Hi everyone, welcome to Shelf Control. I'm Norm, and we're doing another thrift store find. When I first started doing these, I was like, "Oh, I found these cool deals. I'll share them, and then wait until I get a few more, and then show them again." But I keep finding these deals, and so this video is becoming a regular feature. Uh, I don't know if I want them to stop because I enjoy finding these games at great prices. So, anyways, these are games that I found. All of these are ones that I found at McKay's. That's generally where I find most of my deals. There's a few places I'll go for other deals, but that's hit or miss. I guess I'll just go right into it. So, one, I don't know how great of a deal this is, but it's the Air, Land, and Sea Critters at War. I picked it up for $5.95, so $6 from McKay's. I've heard good things about Air, Land, and Sea, and the Critters at War has a animal theme instead of a World War II theme. They're still fighting. They're still fighting though, so it's still a war theme. They've got tanks and all of that. I've heard this is a pretty fun two-player game. It's only made up of, I think, only like 18 cards. Yeah, 18 cards. So this might be one that goes in the camper. We'll see how we like that. It seemed worth trying for $6. Along the same lines, this is kind of a grail game, which is weird because it's not one that's hard to find. But I've always wanted to try cockroach poker, and it blends in with my shirt here. So I've always wanted to try cockroach poker. Never found it at the thrift stores. Found this copy for $9.95. I don't know that that's a great deal, but cockroach poker is one that I've always been looking for, and specifically cockroach poker royale, which I think changes it up a little bit. I don't know the real differences between them. But this is just a regular cockroach poker. Again, it's a small box, but this can actually play 2 up to 6 people. And so this might be another one that goes in the camper, or maybe not, because the day after I found this I think I found this one at the McKay's in Mebane. I went to the McKay's in Winston-Salem, and they had cockroach poker royale for $4.95, so $5 for the royale version. So now, within 2 days, I picked up both copies of the game that I've been looking for. So which one of these is better? What do you think? Are they different enough to keep both? Is one more fun than the other? What's your experience with it? I'd love to know what you guys think. We're going to try them both out and see what we like. One thing I'd like to mention, if anyone from McKay's is watching, McKay's likes to, with these smaller games, they like to stick a plastic hook on them so they can hang on a wall instead of a shelf because they're small. But those stickers, they just stick them right to the box, and they're always rough to take off, and you always end up either at least lifting the paper off of them or tearing it a little bit. And I use a hair dryer to loosen it up so they come off pretty easy, but it loosens the glue holding the paper to the box, and so it tears. Very rarely do I get one of these small games from McKay's that doesn't get torn. But the one in Mebane has started taking these smaller games and putting them in the plastic bag with the McKay's cardboard thing stapled on the top. So the bag hangs, and you don't have any of that sticker stuff on the back that causes a problem. I really appreciate that the McKay's and Mebane doing that, and I would love to see the Winston-Salem start to do that, because I have a number of these boxes that have the messed up back a little bit from trying to fix those. So anyways, we'll see which one of these stick around, if they both do or if they both go. I don't know. I'd love to hear what you say. There was a copy of the Red Cathedral for $17.95. This is a smaller box game. I've heard this is like a big box game that comes in a small box, and it plays 1 to 4 players. And I've heard really good things about this, and so $17.95 seemed like worth picking up to try. I would like to get a few plays of this. Can even play solo, so we'll see how that plays out. How do you guys like it? Is it worth the 18 bucks? Talking about 18 bucks, they had a copy of Cabitos for $18.95. This is one that I've been interested in playing, but not really interested in paying the full price for. It's John D. Clare. We like a lot of John D. Clare games. The theme, it seems okay. The dice, it's kind of maybe Quedlinburg-esque, where you're pushing your luck, but instead of drawing from a bag, you've got a batch of dice that you're doing, and you're racing instead of just getting points. But I guess the racetrack can be like your victory points, except you can actually like veer off to the outside edge, which makes you travel a little bit slower around the track, but it's got a lot of bonuses around there, so you can strategically choose to go around the outside in order to get the bonuses. So we're interested in trying this out and see if John D. Clare's made another fun one, and maybe it replaces Quacks. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And the next ones, I don't know that these are a great deal. They're not huge bargains, I don't think. We'll see when I look online, but I couldn't pass it up because they're the Iron Maiden Zombicide packs. They had 1, they had 2, they had 3. And so, even if I didn't have Undead or Alive, which a lot of these pieces will work for, I probably would have still picked these up because it's Iron Maiden. I've liked Iron Maiden ever since I was a kid. When I was young, a friend of mine, I remember he had the Power Slave vinyl, and with the Eddie sitting on the Pharaoh's throne, and that was such a cool cover, and we would listen to that all the time, and all the other albums that they had. It was just, yeah, Iron Maiden. I was an Iron Maiden kid. So when I saw that they had the Zombicide packs, each one, yeah, $14.45 for each one, including the smaller one here. It'd be interesting to see. We got pack 1 that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different figures: Undead, Samurai, Pharaoh, Reaper, Trooper, and Cyborg. Two of these are shown to be good for Undead or Alive. One works for our Ankh, Gods of Egypt, if you have the Pharaoh expansion, which we don't, but it's a possibility. And so this, even if I'm not using them in the game, it's Eddie, and it's more Zombicide figures that I'm going to have to paint. So I'm going to have to get on that. Let's see. Pack 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures. It has Asylum, Mummy, Shaman, Bounty Hunter, Bassist, and Killer Eddie. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 of these can be used in Undead or Alive, and so that's a little bit better ratio. What's interesting is they say that you can play Eddie as a survivor or an abomination. So you can either play as him, or he can come in and mess your stuff up. So that was pack 2 for $15. And pack 3 only has 2 figures, as Fear and Wicker. And both of these can be used as abominations in Undead or Alive. So, this one's less of a deal for $15. It's only the two figures, but again, it's Eddie Iron Maiden. How could I not pick up 3 if I'm picking up 1 and 2, right? So, we'll see. We'll see how good of a deal. $15 seemed like a good deal, and yeah, I had to carry him out. So, what are your thoughts? Have you played with any of these Iron Maiden sets in your Zombicide? How cool is that? Do you enjoy playing them as a survivor or an abomination? And is it worth getting the Pharaoh? We've got to play Ankh a few times, decide if we like it. We don't have any of the expansions for it, but maybe now that I have Pharaoh Eddie, I need to get the Pharaoh expansion so I can actually have this guy running around in Ankh and Cthulhu Death May Die and all the different Zombicide editions. I'm less interested in those other editions because I've got the Undead Are Alive and I enjoy playing that, but it would be really cool to play with all these other Eddies. Cockroach Poker, which one do you think is the better? Cabitos, Red Cathedral, are those worth getting? I just keep getting all these deals from the thrift store, and it's weird too, because then you'll find other stuff on the shelf, and it's priced more than what you can get at new from Game Nerds or Amazon. None of those are sponsors, but you can get them cheaper elsewhere, and McKay's will have them new priced higher, and then every now and then you'll find Cockroach Poker $5, Cabitos for $19, and you'll find Iron Maiden packs that I guess somebody got the Kickstarter maybe and decided not to keep it and turned it into McKay's, and I just happened to stumble across it. So that's why I keep going, because every now and then you find a treasure. So anyways, I hope you guys have fun hunting your thrift store finds. If you have a McKay's near you, look for those hidden gems. Ignore the ones that are priced way too high. But yeah, if you got a great deal, mention it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you found and where you found it. If it's somewhere near me, I might check it out. Or you might want to keep it hidden. I'm not doing a very good job of keeping the North Carolina McKay's a secret. I keep preaching them to the world. Anyways, I'm going to end it now. I'm talking way too long. Appreciate all of you watching, and I'll talk to you later.